Loren Allen. This man has been on a freaking rampage. And to make it worse, I don't even know if this guy is even aware of the things that he does. Because when he does what he does, he acts as if these things are nothing but normal. Now here's the thing, first and foremost, we're going to start with the fact that this man was banned off subreddit for vile comments. And then after that, we're going to get into what he got up to recently, and honestly, it's nothing but just disgusting. And I like to think, if the things he's doing now, if any of these things were done to his children, would he care? That's the question I always ask. Would he care if these things were done to his kids? If these things were done to anybody that hopefully he must care about, he must love? Because the way he behaves as if he doesn't care about anything and he doesn't love anyone. Because to be fair, people that usually care about something or love someone or something, usually they have a certain level of remorse behind them. This man right here, zero F's given whatsoever. Now here's the thing. Let's get into exactly what went down on Reddit itself in particular. AMA, my bad, stands for Ask Me Anything, a format typically found on social news site reddit.com. You know, the concept is that notable figures open themselves up to comment section of a particular forum and provide fans with personal/direct replies to the questions. Now, in this situation here, as you can see, it does say that Loren did just that when recently participating in an AMA on Thursday, September 5th. So not too long ago, about 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, let's say. About 2 weeks ago, yeah. And a bit more. In the subreddit for TLC's 90-Day Fiancé, the group currently boasts 745k members and is an extremely popular resource for serious information amongst fans of the show. During Allen's discussion with fans, things took a nasty turn, literally. When the 90-day star, I mean, to be honest with you, it's actually quite revolting, and it doesn't even feel right calling him a star because he's nothing but a star. But anyway, started making comments about rotten vagina sweat. You know, at this point, I will completely understand if this is TMI for you, maybe even trigger warning for you, and you gotta leave. Because to be honest, the things that this man says, it is not for the weak. Now, as you can see here, in a post here that was posted on the 7th of September on Twitter, aka X, I see that creep Loren is desperately trying the statless strategy. Come to Twitter and interact with big accounts to gain sympathy and followers. Well, I think you're a disgusting creep. Loren, F off. As you can see, there are responses here where it says, this is Loren's Reddit handle. Someone shared in the 90-day Reddit sub. Find his profile and you can see all of his lovely comments, which we know, I can promise you now, are not lovely. For example, hormones control somewhat of your sweat smells like. Men are disgusting and cis women vagina get so gross and you're always forcing them to shower. But trans doesn't have a rotten vagina. Do you know what? No woman has asked you to be near them. No woman wants you near them. And the crazy thing about it is he always talks about his ex, the woman that has his kids, as if she's this crazy, deranged person. And in reality, everything that comes out of his mouth or his little fingers is nothing but crazy, deranged, disgusting, you name it, it's him. But let's continue. So it says here that it got much worse as he went on the attack against his ex-wife. And a lady Loren used to live with has a teenager who allegedly sold meth. The following screenshots are taken directly from Reddit, and these are comments that he made himself. My exes hate my kids. My ex-wife hates me, says I'm bad, and I end up moving with my abusive exes to not live on the streets. So I only see them rarely. Last time we went camping together, it was good. If I find a family willing to adopt us, maybe I will get custody from my succubus ex-wife. Question: would anybody trust this man to adopt No, would anyone want to adopt this man? Would anyone trust to even want to adopt him and his kids? I'm assuming he was talking about. I tell you what, if somebody was in a life where they've generally felt the person that they're with or was the person who have their kids, if they really feel that person was that bad, they would have done something by now that would have given him custody, or something by now that at least would have rocked the boat. Not somebody that would come on Reddit to express his life. Coming on Reddit and talking about your ex-wife or your exes or your family in general, how does that benefit you? How does that even bring change in your life? That's the question right there. It doesn't do anything. It's just you just talking for the sake of talking. And the crazy thing about it is you're talking about these people and they don't even know you're talking about them. And even if they did, it's clear you're not making any action. I mean, listen, sometimes in life, you will get people who have this thing in them where they will say what they're going to say about you, but they will never say it directly to you. They'll just say it behind your back, say it elsewhere where you can't see. Man, I remember a world when men were men. Now we're in a world, well, I guess many people are still looking for men, but we continue. Here he also says, some of my teenage years, I lived with a lady on speed and she sold meth. Why are you telling us this? And this is the guy that's talking about custody? Wow. The Before the 90-Day Star made comments against America, calling it evil and controlling, while also implying the Philippines is full of rundown shacks. But yet he wants to be in the Philippines. Remember what he said in the video that I made before of him on the Twitter space? He sat there and said that he wanted to go to the Philippines and try and live there illegally, hiding somewhere. With that being said, that we continue. He says, I have lots of Philippine friends and Philippine speaks enough English. There I can live in a small rundown shack peacefully, unlike evil controlling America. Well, then leave America, but I'm pretty sure the people in Philippines don't want you there. He also says, I want to devote my life to charity and never make money again, but I have an evil ex-wife. I'm not even going to comment. He also continues his attack on cis women and cis men. He continues his attack on women and men. Loren mentions that he needs a female smell in possibly his most disgusting comment yet. Hormones control how your... Oh yeah, this is the one that I obviously read above. No, it's not, my bad. This is even worse. Hormones control how your sweat smells. And so male sweat and men in general are disgusting pigs. So I need a female sweet smell. And there's a difference in taste in your when your mouth is all over their body. When asked why they removed the AMA mode, he replied, calling white people the devil and making miscellaneous comments about female autonomy was impossible to overlook. Now, also on top of this, I will say this, he is also in people's DMs, pretty much trying to justify himself for his actions. The man is nothing but grotesque. The man is nothing but disgusting. In fact, let me show you an example of what he's saying in the DMs. As you can see here, his account. That test was a request. So I made it and tested it on the Liberian who requested it. Because of this story, the TV show said they must have it. I'm blocked on 90-day Reddit for talking about bacterial vaginosis is a vaginal infection that occurs when the balance of vaginal bacteria is disrupted. And as you can see, the person responded by saying, you are banned because you're vile and disgusting, uneducated and desperate. The saddest part about it is that this was just a warm-up of the video. And the warm-up of the video, I would say, was definitely the most disgusting part of the video in terms of the information that I had to read, the detail that I had to read from this man's typing of just absolute madness. You know what though? There's a difference when somebody is talking a lot of shiz, because sometimes people, when they talk, they don't think. They just talk. But then sometimes when you do text and you're typing, you have a chance to read what you're saying over again and again and again to make sure that you've typed in what you've said properly. And in that moment in time, you have opportunity to even change what you're going to say, or maybe to just not say it at all. So the fact that this man types the way he speaks is wild. He's literally thinking, typing, send, thinking, typing, send. Not even thinking, typing. Hold on, let me check to make sure. No, F that, send it. Wow. But now let's get into what he's been up to recently. I'm talking about recently. This man is on Facebook and he has gone off and doxed a random person. So let me go through the screenshots here. As you can see, he says finally getting hate messages. And as you can see, he obviously posted the hate message that he received. Now I had to myself, block out the number that he exposed. And sadly, the number that he exposed, that number has now pretty much been doxed. And we're going to get to that as well. But as you can see, someone obviously, do you know what? It doesn't even matter what the person even said to him, to be honest with you. The matter of the fact is he got his way to dox this person. Now, let's see what people had to say in the comments regarding him doing a freaking doxing. Someone comes in and says, that is a certain area number. I blocked that at 2. So therefore, it's just the right thing to do. He responds by saying, maybe either way they keep, maybe either way, keep them coming. And he says his number is Oregon. Oh, but of course, he's more than happy to, is it Oregon? Yeah, Oregon. Of course, he's more than happy to, talk about himself. But you see this screenshot here? This screenshot here is of the person here who has taken the number that Loren decided to expose. And that person has literally gone on a website to search who this person is. Turn my phone over. No distractions here. Then we move on to the next one. Now, this is the same person, I believe. Yes. There was 2 people that got involved here. No, this is someone different that came in and said, Loren, I love the fact that you can just laugh at that. That's why you're one of my really good friends when you were here in Washington. When I didn't know anybody almost 6 years ago, you were the nicest person to me. Let the hate begin. Just know that you're always on the mind. Laugh out loud. You're taking up a part of their day when they're just meaningless to you and only wish that they were on TV. That's the real reason anybody sends hate messages. Okay, so we're going to ignore the fact that he just doxed someone, right? Well, the fact that he just exposed someone's number and that person has now been doxed because he's your friend. Okay, it does make sense. Otherwise, he wouldn't be your friend. Of course, he's gonna have friends that pretty much are similar to him. As you can see, he responds by saying, thanks. I think about you all the time, and you will sure be in interviews and, if possible, my book. Great stuff. Now, with that being said, we move on. Now, I believe this is the person that did dox. They said the fact that this person was 50 just makes me sick. Dude was a whole adult already when I was born, yet he still has the nerve to be a sexist weirdo, not minding their own business. Why do bigoted fascists, bigoted fascists, I do apologize, my reading's atrocious, but anyway, we continue, feel so entitled to go around picking on or harassing people they don't even know. There should be laws against it. I mean, listen, I don't disagree with the statement in particular about there being a law. I know in the UK recently, since there was certain riots going on for racial purposes and XYZ, there were certain people that were arrested for pretty much promoting the violence on their Facebook pages. The people who were actually talking about the incidents that were happening here in the UK in the last month or the month before, anybody who was caught on Facebook, pretty much encouraging people to do some violent acts against people of a different culture. Yeah, those people were arrested and they were questioned. But to be fair, I do believe that, if people are going to be in a position where they do say certain things, there should be some sort of a consequence behind it. But hey, yeah. He says, I just wish he had more to say. Now, this is when he was held accountable. It's illegal to post the number and all this info. It's called doxing and has been reported. Just giving you a heads up. He responds with a laughing freaking emoji. And he goes, maybe I'll go to jail. Let me show you. Let me disappear myself real quick. Boom, bam. As you can see here, the laughing emoji is right there. And then also the jail. Like, honestly, give me a freaking break. Lord, give me strength. And then this is the last one itself in particular here, where he said, maybe, may have found my first superhero villain today. But what's the backstory? Powers? Elite neighborhood watch super soldier? Bitten by a radioactive second grade tattletale? I don't know why I'm reading this, to be honest with you. This stuff doesn't even matter. As you can see, he's being him, a complete douche. Nonetheless, though, let me know your thoughts. Do you think Loren was in the right to expose the person's number that was sending him hate messages? Or do you think that he was wrong for doing that? But some of you may think, you know what? If somebody's going to send hate messages, well, then I guess they should be ready to be doxxed and be ready to be terrorized. Some of you may think that. I mean, but as far as I'm concerned, 2 wrongs don't make a right. 2 wrongs don't make a right. The way I look at it is very simple. If I receive any kind of messages that's people telling me off, whether they're going to threaten me or they're going to say that I'm this person or that person or da-da-da-da-da, or they don't like me for this and that or whatever, you know what I do? Just go about my day. I can't let someone that I don't know affect me. What's that all about? Come on now. Huh? And I know for sure. Why am I going to retaliate for? What's the point? I'm then no better than that person. No better than that person. You know? I'm not about that life of sitting there and calling people names or sitting there and saying, oh yeah, but da-da-da-da-da, or justifying this, justifying that, da-da-da-da. Listen, at the end of the day in life, if we say certain things, we should just stand on our business. I said what I said, and that's how people should be. Unless, of course, you do generally realize that what you said was incorrect and maybe you want to correct it. Different conversation. But Loren over here, he gives 0 Fs. He wants people to hate him, and he wants to then also expose them. And the crazy thing about it is that he's setting up traps on purpose for people to hate on him, just so he has the power to then expose people. People, do not fall for this man's stupidity. Do not fall for his games. There is no point in even sending this guy anything because he wants it. He lives for it. It's like it's his not aphrodisiac, that's the wrong word. It's his dopamine. It's like it's his dopamine. Nonetheless, though, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts. Peace.